Hey everybody. Yeah, I'm home. As you can probably be a little surprised, it's about 6:33 and Sunday evening. Well, it's not even, well, it's still daylight savings time, so it's not really Sunday evening. Well, it is, but you get the idea. But another Apricot Fiesta has come and gone here in Patterson. Yeah, Patterson, California's 2013 Apricot Fiesta has come and gone. And it was a nice little one. It was nice. It was hot, one of the hottest, I'm pretty sure, on record. Well, not the hottest, but it was a hot week. Well, yeah, it's one of the hottest ones. Yeah, it was one of the hottest ones on record, so felt like it. But anyway, yeah, what a fiesta. I mean, Saturday, me and my mom get up early and we basically go and help my older sister out with her parade thing. Her and my brother-in-law are advertising their business. And me and my sister and my nephew are riding in the back of the truck, and my mom and my brother-in-law are riding in the front. And well, originally we were supposed to take the truck and what we call the bubble van, but that didn't happen. So we ended up just taking the truck, and it worked out fine. The only thing was the little bubble maker that my sister has was kind of like conking out, conking in, conking out, conking in kind of deal. But what was ironic about this is we were actually in back. We were actually the second vehicle behind our church's vehicle or little thing. Basically, our church was in the parade. They were advertising not just the church, but they were also advertising the car show coming up in a few weeks. And what happens is, and this is so funny because you know how you have these little fiestas or festivals, they have parades and they have the announcers, the people on the stage or wherever announcing what flow, what's what, who's representing this and that. And mainly what happened was mainly what happened is the little Thunderbird, that's what it was a black Thunderbird. My brother-in-law gave it a jump because the battery had died out thankfully before the parade started. But during the parade, it did actually apparently die out, and the announcers apparently going like, "This is Adventure Christian, but tell him what it's about." And it says, "Unfortunately, we have to pass on the news of a death this morning. The Thunderbird that was supposed to represent this church's car show died." Basically, the battery finally conked out. So yeah, unfortunately that happened. Anyway, though, after the parade, we went back to my sister's, cleaned up the place a little bit, had some breakfast, and then we went to the fiesta. Had a good time there. My sister and my brother and I had our share of drinks a little bit. In fact, my brother-in-law and my sister were actually drinking 2 cans of Bud Light while they were walking down to the fiesta. And again, we had our fair share of drinks. I had a Bud Light and a few shock. I think I had like a Bud Light and 2 shock tops. One was raspberry, one was apple. And the apple one's really good. Raspberry's pretty good too. Anybody's ever tasted those, you really got to check them out. But anyway, we had those, and what happened was, we also had some Jello shots. We went to what's known as Blues Cafe here in town, and boy was it crowded. It usually gets crowded around this time when we have something like this. And me and my sister bought me, my brother-in-law, her husband, and herself some Jello shots. And it's like these little little plastic cups, like you would find sometimes in a bathroom or a restroom. Jello shots are in there. We eat the Jello. We do the Jello, and then we get these two little blue tubes that look like test tubes. We uncork it, and I think that kind of did me in for most of the day. But I still had a few beers, and then last night, we all got together, had a good time together. And I went out of the goodness of my heart. I know God's going to bless me for this, even though, as my mom would tell me, I shouldn't be encouraging it. I bought a 30-pack of beer and a 30-pack of Bud Light and a 6-pack of Blue Moon. And I bought my sister and my brother-in-law, my second older sister and her husband, a pack of cigarettes. So that, because they were giving me a ride, they were giving me a ride to the store to do it, and, I pretty much owe them. Anytime we have like a family get-together, I'll go right to the fridge and I'll start drinking, and so I pretty much owed it to them. And I also bought them some tokens as well at the Fiesta. So I said I was going to buy them beer, and I gave them tokens, and sort of a way of doing it. So anyway, most of us, except my brother-in-law, my second older sister's husband, and one of our extended family members' husband, we're pretty much, except for those two, and my mom, of course, we were all pretty much gone, woo, kind of deal. So my mom ends up taking my 6-year-old nephew home with her, because it's getting late, and she wanted to have me in there, but the thing is, we have a car seat, and there's not enough room in the truck. So I get a ride later on from my second older sister and her husband, and it was nice to drop me off. But we had a good time. It's one of those times, one of those weekends where you don't get to see everybody that you get along with, and it was good to see them. It was good to do it, apparently, be together with them. But this morning, as you probably saw in this morning's video, I got up, I showered, I put back on my slack shorts, as I call them, my sort of jean shorts with the slack shorts, and and basically still have my World Series Giants t-shirt on, and went to Walmart, as you probably saw, got cash out, $100 cash out for my mom, because that was part of the rent I still owed her, and I also did a few things I needed to take care of. One of the things that I did was I got a 100-pack of recordable DVD plus R's, because it's the summer, you need to have something to tide yourself over with. The other thing that I ended up getting was, of course, a Snickers bar, which I ate even before I got out of the parking lot, or the property, off the Walmart property. I pretty much ate that, as well as I bought this for my mom, because she likes Dean Martin, and Walmart's been selling these things lately, along with Carol Burnett and all that. It's the stuff you kind of see on that Time Life paid advertisements. I bought her that. And then by the grace of God, because it was the only one there. Because usually when I go to Walmart, I check out the toy aisle to see maybe what Transformers they have in that might be worth getting and collecting. And lo and behold, this was the only one left in this category. I mean, there were Transformer Prime, Beast Hunter figures and all that, like the Voyager class, Predator King, there was 2 of them. But this was the only Transformers Generation Blitz ring that was there. I swear to you that is the truth. It's like God said it's like my mom says, it's like my mom says, you show kindness, you show kindness and God will bless you. Because like the previous night, I ended up, like I told you, getting the beer and all that. So, and that was out of the goodness of my heart. I didn't have to do that. And it's like, but I owed it to them. And it's like, God would basically bless me for what I've done, and apparently He has by showing me this. I mean, look at this. Pretty cool, huh? So I ended up getting that, and then I went home. And then what happened was, after I got home, I put the money over here next to my mom's coffee mug, and put the money in the coffee mug next to a coffee mug, along with the Dean Martin DVD. And then what I did after that, and after I went and checked the computer, checked any emails and YouTube stuff. After that, I took off my slack shorts, put my regular bed shorts on, and I crashed. I was done. I couldn't even get up for church. I was done. I mean, I was stirring and all that, because my mom had gotten. I heard that basically I had the door open still. I actually had my door open, and I heard my mom was up. I heard that my mom was up, and I was stirring and all that, because I heard her get up along with my nephew, and I tried to get up myself, but I just could not move. It was like I was done. I had to sleep it off, literally. And then after that, I get up finally a little after they leave, shower a bit, and then basically kind of slowly integrate myself back into reality, if you know what I mean. I mean, I drink coffee, and I almost felt like barfing. That's how like, kind of deal. I was out of it. Almost felt like barfing. But thankfully, I got, I ate a El Monterey chicken bean burrito that I bought. And, you know, one of those El Monterey packs that they sell at the stores. I bought a pack of chicken and rice burritos. I ate one of them, as well as I drank one of these. Actually, it was a bottle I drank. And that kind of helped out because the carbonation kind of woke me up. I burped mostly a lot of things out. So after I felt a little bit better, I got up and everything and went to the fiesta. And in between this time, my mom and my nephew come home to kind of drop some stuff off, drop a Bible off and stuff she got from her friend off, and kind of take a bathroom break and kind of relax a little bit, cool down. And then they go to my oldest sister's here in town so that I can walk with them to the fiesta. So about 15 minutes to an hour after they left, I end up going and leaving for the fiesta myself. And she calls me on my phone. She calls me on my phone and asked me if I had already left. And I said, yes, I'm leaving. I'm heading there now. And she says, oh, did you, because my mom apparently had forgotten my nephew's bag. So I took it with her, took it with me to her at the fiesta. And I got to the fiesta before they did, and they were just, and I called them up. I texted them, let them know I was there, showed them that I was getting one of these. It was a smoothie. This was the $8. This was the $8 one, but this was it was a triple smoothie. It was basically strawberry, peach, and banana. Pretty good. They had this and the $5 cup. I got this because I was hoping to get a refill, but I didn't. So that's okay. I always like to get those kind of things so that way I can have something else to drink out of in the future. And if not, just for decorative means as well. But like I said, finally met up with them, and we got something to eat and drink, and then we went about. The kids rode on some rides. Me and my mom went 50-50 on my near 6-year-old nephew, and let him ride a few things. Even did a pony ride for him, where we got a picture taken with him on the pony. And then we just walked about, did some shopping. I got my mom a Beatles t-shirt at the fiesta. And the one thing about these festivals and fiestas, no matter what kind it is, if it's a big one like Stockton's or it's a medium-sized one like this one is, it's the one unique thing about this. You have all these different tents and booths where people are selling all these merchandise booths and all that, all these advertisements and stuff. And one of the booths actually was a realtor that goes to our church, that we know from church. So my mom sat down and talked with her a little bit, But we shopped around, we looked around, like I said, I went to one of these merchandise booths, tents if you will, bought her a Beatles t-shirt, as well as bought a little umbrella for my near 6-year-old nephew, for my nephew, and something that he could share with his mom. Also helped him buy these little garden things, little garden figures that you stick into the ground, and they wind things, little wind decorations, like little butterflies and spin wheels and all that. Helped him get that. As what else? Oh, I bought him a little bubble gun, little bubble gun that they sell. As well as at the same time when I got him the bubble gun, I also got this, and I will do a review on it. I got this. Yeah. It's actually a Japanese import. And that's the one thing. I noticed that several of these booths around there, it's like every street that had all these booths, all these merchandise booths and all that, on both sides, you would have one, on most of these streets, you would have 2 or 3 or maybe even 4 booths that were anime dominated. I'm not lying. Anime dominated. And what that means is, even though they had other merchandise there, majority of the stuff they were selling was anime related, if not video game related as well. I mean, this thing cost me $25. I had a feeling it was going to be expensive, but I figured, you know what? I'm going to get it because I like it. It's Sonic. I'm a Sonic fan. And what's funny about this is it has 2, I guess you can remove the face and put different kind of faces on that. That's pretty cool. $25, you can't go wrong with that. Anyway, though, after we're done, so anyway, I get that as well. And what's funny about this is my 9-year-old nephew is going to be 10 at the end of the year. If he'd known about the booth that I was in when I got him, and he would have known that there was a Mario thing, because they had 2 sets of Mario figures. There was a 3-pack where you had Mario, Bowser, and Peach. And then you had a 5-pack of Daisy, Mario, Luigi, Bowser, and I think Toad or something like that, or Yoshi, something like that. And that was pretty cool. They also had the keychains, these little keychains of Sonic, the Sonic characters and the classic designs. Like they had Sonic in classic design, they had Rosie in her Rascal design, Amy Rose in her original Rascal design, they had Knuckles, Tails, Metal. And they were $5 each, but I thought, I can always find them online or something like that. It's no big deal. I'll get them next year or something like that over there, because they will be. They will be. Besides, if you've seen my room. Why am I going to hang them? Anyway, though, I got that. So that was my Sonic thing. I also got another thing about these booths as well is they always sell these collage pictures. It's like little. It's like a plaque with 3 or 4 separate pictures. Well, this one area, this one booth that I always seem to go to every year the Fiesta comes around, was selling these, but also sold regular frame pictures, regular 8x10 framed pictures of whatever, collages or whatever. So I got one where it's a bunch of pictures of the Giants winning the World Series last year, and one of Colin Kaepernick, and put them in my mom's room so she can put them wherever she wants. Go figure. So did that, and then just spent the rest of the day or the rest of that time just walking about, cooling off. And then going from there, and then after that met up with my little sister, and that was about it. Met up with her. The kids tried to go on the Ferris wheel, but they were closing up shop when that was happening, so unfortunately they couldn't do that. but they did win some they did win some posters. Basically, it's one of those dart games where you try to hit the poster you want, and when you hit that poster, that's the poster you get. So my 9-year-old nephew got a flaming skull one, which is kind of like Ghost Rider, I guess. And my near 6-year-old nephew got a yellow poster that said "Parents Keep Out." So yeah. And after that, we just went our separate ways. My mom went back with my sister to kind of take my near 6-year-old nephew home, and then I went here instead of staying at my sister's, because mainly all of us would do. Mainly, what was going on is my older sister and our members of our extended family were having a barbecue. And I could have gone, but I figured, just like my mom, it would be great, but it'll be just turning into another beer fest. And after last night, I just didn't want to go through that again for a while. And my other sister was in Modesto making spaghetti and hamburger. So, and my mom was contemplating. She's thinking, well, I could stay at your second-old sister's and have dinner there, or I could just come home. And she was thinking already, I'll just go drop them off and then come home. But then my sister calls up. But then my sister, when she gets there, kind of says, we got this, relax. And I think she kind of talked to my mom, knowing my second older sister. She's like, Mom, it's hot, relax. It's like, Mom, it's hot, you need to relax, cool off, rest a little bit. And I think my mom was like, you know what, it is cool in here, I think I will relax. So she called me up and told me she's going to have spaghetti over there with them, and I'm probably going to pop something in the oven here. Well, not in the oven, but in the microwave here. But overall, pretty good fiesta. And again, it's come and gone, and who knows what next year's going to bring. Who knows what next year's going to bring. But it was a good one. I mean, everybody got together for this one. Everybody. So it was really good, and really had a lot of fun. Both days, and can't go wrong with that. And really, that's all I could say. And about it, again, did pretty good with all the stuff that we got. And the only thing was it was hot. There's no doubt about it, and probably will go down on record as probably one of the hotter fiestas weekends we've had around here. Not the hottest, but one of the hottest. So really, that's all I can say about it. So thank you for watching this Patterson Apricot Fiesta vlog. And comment below, let me know what you guys think. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace out.